Hola! Hey, it's Beauthemechanic again for another stupid installment. Hey, today's little video is on seats, electric seats. What happens when they break and you can't adjust them? This happens a lot. Most new cars nowadays actually have electric seats, you know. And electric seats will eventually, you'll try and use the track and eventually the button will make a noise, but it just won't move the seat anymore. Maybe in your lumbar support or the back, or maybe it won't slide forward anymore or backwards. Well, my aunt actually brought me her car yesterday, and of course her seat is broken, and it's broken in the most close to the steering wheel that you can possibly even get. I don't even know how she made it here. But basically I'm going to show you guys how to yank your seat out, which is cool for a couple of reasons. If you ever want to clean the carpet underneath your seat, it gets really nasty. So a lot of detail shops, that's what they actually do. They'll actually take your seats out, the front seats, and get really clean around there. And that's one cool reason. I'll show you how to do that. And the second thing is, once you yank your seat, if you take your seat out, it's really easy. How to fix the electric motor, or at least access the electric motor to try and figure out what's going on and fix it at least into a usable position. You know, so here's where we go. There's the seat, already yanked it out. Here's the car running in the background. I got here this morning, I yanked the seat out. I'm just going to show you guys how easy it is, okay? This is what I was talking about, how nasty your carpet gets, man. If you guys don't, you bring it to a detail shop, like lots of times, Coke and crap gets spilt, you know, as you can even tell. Coke will get spilt and get all on the carpet, and food and nastiness and change, and it just gets really nasty. So you bring these to a detail shop a lot of times. They'll yank the seats out for you. They'll clean everywhere underneath there and bleach the carpet. It's just 100 times easier with the seats out. And they're really easy. So here's how they come out. As you can see, I didn't even really move the bolts out of here. There on this specific Ford, there's just half inch bolts that just sit right in here. Unthread them and yank them out. There's 4 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then that bolt back there is your seat belt. So I took all 4 of those free. And there's 2 plugs on this specific car. This is your supply and your ground from your electric seats. These 2 supply lines right here. And this one right here goes to the seat belt, I'm pretty sure. So you just basically unplug both those. Now I knew when I got here, I messed with the seat a little bit and it was stuck all the way to the forward position. So I knew after messing with it for 10 minutes or so that I couldn't get it to go back on its own. Well, let me show you why. This happens, like I said, a lot to a lot of these older electric seats. Okay, this is the seat upside down. And how the seat works is, okay, it's got these 3 electric motors, okay? This motor right here, the first one that you can see, runs all the way to these tracks, okay, in the center. You can kind of see in there, there's a screw. There's a screw on both sides, okay? So what happens is this specific electric motor will spin and it'll move the seat forwards or go backwards and move it backwards on these 2 tracks. The 2 tracks that are right there. 1 and 2. So it just moves forward, moves back, okay? The 2 other electric motors, one is obviously right here, as you can see, moves the back of the seat and will raise the back of the seat back and forth. And the other one I think is for lumbar support and helps adjust your lumbar, which is like kind of in the middle of your back. But so basically that's what happens on these things, is eventually these electric motors just go out. They just eventually, the contacts wear out and the brushes wear out, or they'll just cook themselves. The windings will cook themselves. So like I said, so how am I going to fix it? Well, I'm going to actually take this electric motor off and I'm going to thread this back manually until I can get her seat back in a position where she can actually drive, and I'll just leave it like that. You know, if I was actually working for the Ford dealership, I would end up just replacing this electric motor. But I don't, so whatever. So here we go. I'm going to yank it apart. I'm going to readjust the seat to the back, and I'll show you guys how I did that in a second.